Headlines today. The Prime Minister faces questions over his decision to recognise a Palestinian state as world leaders gather in New York to discuss a peace plan.
Gatwick Airport gets the go-ahead for a second runway. It would mean 100,000 more flights a year.
Thousands gather to pay tribute to the American conservative activist Charlie Kirk, including his wife Erica and President Trump.
Charlie Kirk was without a doubt among the most influential figures in the most important election in the history of our country. The election of, that beautiful day, November 5th, 2024.
Good morning. It's 70 years since the first TV advert was broadcast in the UK. But now the industry is changing. I'll be looking back at some classics.
Changing the way vapes are packaged might reduce their appeal to children and young people, according to researchers at UCL and King's College London, who carried out a new study. They say vapes should be sold in plain packages to put them off. They say adults are still likely to buy e-cigarettes sold in this way. Homeless charities say they believe that there are 10 times the number of women sleeping rough than the government suggests in figures. This week, 80 local authorities are taking part in a homeless census. This year, the survey will look specifically for women who are often missing from official figures because they choose not to stay in hostels or on the streets.
Right, let's have a look at the Monday morning papers, shall we? And lots of them. Leading on the UK's announcement yesterday that it's going to formally recognise a Palestinian state. The Mirror here calling Sir Keir Starmer's decision the best hope for peace, despite what it describes as a furious reaction from Israel.
A contrast from the Daily Mail, which also looks at the story. The paper calls it Labour's day of shame, saying the Prime Minister's decision is a victory for Hamas and that he handed out a prize for terrorism.
What else on the front pages? Well, The Times is looking at those reports that an extra 100,000 flights a year could run from Gatwick Airport after a new second runway was given the green light.
And The Telegraph's top story is a pledge from the Reform UK leader, Nigel Farage, that he will kick out hundreds of thousands of legal migrants by making permanent British residents reapply for visas under stricter criteria.
Tonight at 6, a number of charities sever ties with Sarah, Duchess of York, after the emergence of correspondence with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The Duchess called Epstein a supreme friend in an email sent more than 15 years ago as she apologised for publicly disowning him. Also tonight, Reform UK vows to make big changes to the immigration system. Thousands of people in the UK legally could be forced to leave. President Trump is expected to link paracetamol, or Tylenol as it's called in the US, with the risk of autism. We'll be examining the claims. And how the global megastar Harry Styles completed the Berlin Marathon undercover with a fake name in record time.
Sir Ed Davey takes on reform as he squares up to fight Farage.
I think Donald Trump threatens American democracy, and I think Nigel Farage would threaten British democracy.
The latest Spider-Man blockbuster is forced to stop filming as its lead actor suffers a fall.
He says, I make musicals, and I want to make a musical about your life. And I just thought, wow.
From Burnley to Hollywood, and now the stage, Bank of Dave, the musical.